My class is literally about to start, but it's Friday, and I felt bad about not having talked to you yet. But I just wanted to give you a situation of my life real quick, and then we'll talk about reading later. But yeah, I started school this week. It has been fun. We started with 3 introductory days where we did stuff and got explanations, but not classes. And then yesterday classes started, and our class was split into 2 groups. One group that this week had the actual real life lessons, and then the second group had online classes, and then we're switching next week. And I actually am supposed to be in school right now, but I woke up very sick, so I'm here now. I do think it's just a regular stomach flu. It might even be related to my periods, so it's not COVID, but I don't feel great. So yeah, I'm following the class online instead, which is kind of a bonus about this whole situation. I can actually, follow the class still, even though we couldn't physically get there. I already had a class today, English, and then I'm reading Dutch, which is fun. And yeah, I'll read to you about my reading later, because even though I didn't really get a lot of reading done, I did get some done. I have some things to talk about, so yeah. I got a new television recently. Well, it's not new. My parents got a new one, so I got their old one. I'm working out angles. I'm sorry, but my class ended earlier than originally planned, so therefore I've already eaten dinner. It was still not at the timestamp that I should be done with. I also have a watch. Hi, it's a Fitbit. Don't know that much about it, but I just wanted a watch because not necessarily for in school, but when I'm waiting on my bus, I had to constantly pull out my phone if I wanted to know what time it is. So I wanted a watch, and I prefer digital watches. So my mom got me one. I was at school yesterday. So yeah, now I have this one. Reading. Still talking about my life. I told you I was gonna talk about reading. But yeah. Oh, during a break in a class, I updated my reading journal because I haven't touched this all week. So let's go over my reading week. First of all, we started on the 21st, which was my first school day. I managed to read 56 pages of There's Something About Sweetie. I didn't read a lot. I had a lot of commute stress, so that was fine because I read on my commutes mostly. Then on Tuesday, I managed to read 232 pages. That includes finishing There's Something About Sweetie by Sandra Manon, which I ended up giving 5 out of 5 stars. I really love this one. This book is a companion novel to When Dimple Met Rishi, and it takes place after that book, so if you don't want to be spoiled for that one, don't read this one first. But if you don't really care, you could read them in any order. But this book follows Rishi's brother, Ashish, I think that's how you pronounce his name. I'm so sorry if I got it wrong. And he has kind of always been a player, but now he has gotten into a serious relationship for the first time, and he got cheated on and broken up with, and now he's kind of just lost his game and life and everything. So, and his parents have been bugging him for a while to allow them to set him up with a girl. So he finally agrees in hopes to get his mojo back, and also to get his parents off his back, because he made them promise that if it didn't work out, they'll never bother him again with it. And then those parents set him up with Sweetie. Sweetie is a plus-sized athlete, and she's very confident, but her mom isn't about her. Mom is pretty fat phobic and just thinks it's the only way Sweetie can be happy in life is if she was thin. So when they get approached by Ashish's mom, Sweetie's mom rejects the offer because she doesn't think Sweetie is enough for Ashish, or good enough, let me say it that way. And yeah, Sweetie, for the first time in her life, goes against her parents' wishes and behind her backs and sets up a date with Ashish anyway, and they kind of start dating, and it's so fucking cute. I already really like When Dimple Met Rishi. I know a lot of people didn't like her book, but I did. because I think I went into it with the right expectations. I feel like the people who didn't like it expected something different from it. With this one, it's just so much better. It's so fucking cute, and I really liked both of our main characters. Also, it had great friendship dynamics in it. One of Asisha's best friends is Pinky, who is the next book, which I'm really excited for, which I already own. But yeah, I'm gonna read ASAP now. I also really like the family dynamics. I feel like Sweetie and Ashish had very different family situations, and I just like the way they were dealt with, the difficulties, the nice parts, and I really liked it. We read that, and then I also started and finished Love at First Fight, which is a novella that takes place in between There's Something About Sweetie and 10 Things I Hate About Pinky, and it follows Dimple, Wishi, Ashish, Sweetie, and then Pinky and Samir, I believe his name is, as they go to an escape room on Valentine's Day. And it's mainly about Pinky and Samir just starting to see the other person as, you know, people and the good things in them, rather than just constantly being mad at each other. But there are also a lot of cute moments between the other two couples in it. And yeah, it made me really excited for 10 Things I Hate About Pinky. I was already excited for it because it contains the pig dating trope. Love that. But now, having read this book, I'm really excited to, you know, read from both of these people's perspectives and just see their relationship develop. That was a short novella though, so yeah. And then on Thursday, I started reading my best friend's Exorcism by Grady Hendrix. I read Horror Story by Grady Hendrix earlier this year and really loved it, so I decided to pick up this one next because I wasn't in the mood for contemporary, and also like kind of my other options that I wanted to read. So yeah, this book, I'm not that far into it yet, even now, so I can't really tell you what it's about, but it takes place in the 80s and follows a main character whose best friend gets possessed by a demon, I'm assuming. And yeah, and with her best friends, her parents are very religious, so that might come into play as well. And I don't know that much about it, but yeah. That's what I'm reading. Okay, so on Wednesday I started reading that. I'm sorry, I have my day mixed up. And then on Thursday I read 64 pages of that. And that's where we're at right now. I haven't been really reading much in the past 2 days because I had car sickness irregularly. There's no real rhyme or reason to it, but these past 2 days it's been pretty bad. So I can't read while it's going on, because that will make it only worse. And also because I'm tired. When I get home I'm so tired, so it's also not easy to read. So let's talk about my plans for the rest of the week. I realized that the end of the month is next week. Wednesday is the last day of the month. Right? I still have 2 galleys I need to read, which are both adult fantasy. And then there's also just plenty of books that I just also want to read. So what I want to do this weekend, I have to do 1 task for school. But besides that, and it won't take up that much time, besides that, I'm gonna try and spend most of my weekend reading. So let's do that. I'm also currently in the middle of the last book of the White Vekasona Clanwat's issue. This is the second book in the Alice Christie series, which is a series in the Shadow Interworld following Magnus and Alec, and kind of takes place during different points in like the timeline that's already established and follows their adventures. And I don't really want to say that much more about it because I feel like it will spoil other elements from the series. But yeah, on Sunday I got 54 pages into this book, so I'm really loving this, so I really want to try and finish it this weekend. And then I also want to read and hopefully, cross my fingers, finish The Tower of Fools by Andrzej Sapkowski, which I got a galley from NetGalley, and I can't tell you anything about it because I haven't started it yet, but once I start it I will tell you more about it. But yeah, that's one of my 2 galleys I need to read. Both of the galleys are adult fantasy, so wish me luck. But yeah, so I also just want to get that done, and then I will have Monday, Tuesday and Wednesday to read my other galley. And considering I am at home next week, I have to follow online classes, I feel like that's more plausible than if I went to the actual physical school. Those are my plans for the weekend. Firstly, I'm just gonna wind down a little bit and watch some YouTube videos because I've also been very behind on that. In fact, I still need to upload last week's vlog, so I'm gonna edit that, finish the editing of that real quick and upload that, because I just realized I still haven't done that. And then in the meantime just watch some YouTube videos, and then in the evening I'll hand down with a book. So yeah, hopefully this vlog will still be entertaining. I'll leave it to you later. Hi, it's Monday. I completely neglected you. I'm incredibly sorry, but here we are. Friday, I didn't end up reading anything. Did I update you? Yeah, I updated you to the day Friday, but I didn't end up reading anything on Friday just because I was kind of burned out from the rest of the week. And on Saturday, I did read a little bit. I just ended up being very busy this weekend, which I wasn't expecting. On Saturday, I filmed 2 videos. I filmed Sunday's video and Wednesday's. So I filmed both of those videos. I also did some schoolwork, and I did manage to read a little bit, but just not a whole lot. I ended up getting to page 94 in The Last Book of the Whites, which I'm really enjoying. But if you want to know more about like these books I'm reading, just wait till next week, because I'll have more to talk to you about then, hopefully. Also, on my trusty iPad, I'm reading Tower of Fools by Andrzej Sapkowski, at the cover over here. I'm 11% through this, and I'm not liking it. It's a bit of a drag to get through so far. Maybe once I get further into it, I will enjoy it more, but I didn't really get into it much further. On Sunday, I didn't read. I'm so sorry, but again, I was just very busy. I edited Sunday's video, which took so long. Oh my god, this literally took me like double the amount of time a video deadline would normally take me. And again, had to do some schoolwork, and then when I was done with all of that, I was just so tired that I didn't really get much more reading done. But yeah, that was my week. I barely read anything. I still finished a book and a novella, which I feel like is good. I wasn't expecting that much to be done. But I still hope to see you guys next week.